with us from Thoreau Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. He told me this is a crucial game to stay focused. He understands coming into this loud and crazy environment against a team that is not ranked in the top 25 could be easy to overlook. But he's shown his players tape all week, and he said, we have to understand every play matters. We cannot look ahead to next week, or this week will be a disaster. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. On the run, it's Phillips. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
And it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. Right at the line. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Past the sticks. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off-play action. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
Straight ahead, it's Warner. There he goes. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Right back to it. He's got enough for a Missouri first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Now on first down from the 40. Tells to run, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Wants to go up top on second down. Throws for the tight end. Out wide left, it's James. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. He's changing the play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Drives inside. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Missouri!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And it's no good. He missed the extra point. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a crease. It's Phillips. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rid of it on the RPO. At the 35, he's got room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moves the pocket. It's Bailey. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man down the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a first down here to open the period. The run inside. It's Phillips. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Follows his blocks. It's Temple. Breaks into the open. Just steamrolling the defense. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football in the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on 1st and goal.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Swamped immediately. The Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. He leaves it with the back. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. To the air, it's Bailey. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might as well run him again. He's got the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on first down. Running inside, it's Warner. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Right side, it's Terry. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Turns into the pile. They just needed inches. Instead, they lost 3 feet. What a play by the defense.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
What a terrible, terrible shame. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw, it's Bailey. Setting up the screen. turning it on. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Dogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Driving forward, it's Phillips. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Second down, gonna throw it. It's complete to the right, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught! A big stop from this defense as they force a fourth down, and a decision coming right now. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. On the move. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quarterback changing the play. First play of this drive. Lofts one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. In the backfield, it's Warner. Moving past the 25. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Mizzou will use its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Dropped back on first down. They're all over him. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Trying to take it back. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Moving the pocket, it's Bailey. They're working that left side. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Under pressure. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Sells to run, looking to pass. Hit as he throws. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On play action. Looking down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with UTSA taking on the Florida Atlantic Owls. And it's the Roadrunners in front on the scoreboard and atop their conference standings. And it's hardly too early to dream big. This team is closing in on an 8-0 start. Could be a special season. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Sun Belt.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Left side, it's James.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
From the gun, it's Warner. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And he gets rid of it.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Out wide left, it's Lanier. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Gets rid of it.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. They'll leave it with the lone back. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
But how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield. Great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. Got a man, it's Barnes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wants to throw one first. Left side is Phillips. There he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got his man. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Dogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Run in the red zone. It's Temple. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the RPO, got him. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Tight end finds a soft spot. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Looking for space. It's Warner. Breaks into the open. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Sells to fake. Buying a little time to his left. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Stepping to the right. Got out of trouble and throws. Another incompletion on third down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. On the ground, it's Phillips. Turning it on. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Give to the running back. There's some room. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try it over the left side. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Quick give. It's Phillips.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Bailey. Grabbed over the middle. It's Phillips. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Drops back on first down. Out wide right, it's Phillips. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design, it's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to them, let them break tackles, let them make plays. Easy decision.
They'll send the back in motion. Second down, going to throw it. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. A designed run for the quarterback. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
They were all over it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Sends it back in motion. Sets his feet. It's Bailey. Quick catch. Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. He uncorks one deep. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and, man, their fans have been hungry to see that. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Fresh setter down's going to the air. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll get him down after a solid return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Tackled after a gain of 4 on the play, and that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll run it. It's Temple. Got a little grass. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. A first down run on the doorstep. All over him immediately.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And the final play is just a short